What's up, guys, and welcome back for another EVE Online fit video. We're going to be going over the Retriever today. This is a really great ship if you're not quite into exhumers, mainly because of the size of the oar hold on this thing. So we'll step through the fit, and I'll put the fit in the description so you can very easily import it. All you have to do is copy that fit completely out of the description, and then go to your fit window here, and then go in here and just go import to clipboard, and you can sim or you can save it and see how it stacks up with your skills and everything like that. So let's go ahead and go over the base stats for this before you even get it fitted. The biggest draw for this ship, like I said, is the oar hold. It's just going to allow you to just get a ton of, you'll be able to stay on the belt for a good amount of time. So right now, 34,375 cubic meters. That is the max skill. Once you get all the mining barge skills and everything, then that's what you're kind of looking at. 11-second align time. So it's not as fast as like getting off grid than most ships, but really you're kind of paying for the space here. As you can see, it's about 59 million for the hull. So fully fitted, it's going to be a little bit more expensive than, say, a coveter, but a coveter is really more suited for fleet mining. So let's go and get started here. We're going to be building this out for ore and also just for the max amount of yield as possible. So our lows are going to be all mining laser grade 2s. This isn't necessarily going to be a new player fit. This is going to be like if you were already pretty substantially into mining barges, you got Tech 2 tank, and you're really just kind of waiting and training on exhumers. But even if you are into exhumers already, the comparable ship to this would be like the Mackinac, which I love. So once you actually get into exhumers and you can actually fly the Mackinac, then you could kind of just, you can almost always transpose this whole fit over to the Mac. You'll have to add a little bit more tank, but these ships are pretty good to go for high sec. And then for the tops up here for the high slots, we're going to just go with regular strip miner 1s just to keep the cost down. This is going to get us about 8.5 cubic meters a second on each of these. Now this fit will do about 6.8 million an hour, which is okay. You have some pretty decent ROI with this ship. You're just going to have to put in some hours. It's about a little over double what you can do with like a Venture, but a Venture also has like 5,000 cubic meter ore hold, so you can stay out significantly longer with this, so you don't have a whole lot of time sink when it comes to filling up and then going and dropping off and coming back and everything. The next thing we want to throw on here is a Multispectrum shield Hardener II for damage mitigation. You're going to about 29.3% resistance across all damage profiles here. And the other thing we're going to add is a medium shield extender. Now we're going to have to add some rigs to help us with our CPU here, since we're a little bit limited on the Retriever for a CPU. So with that being said, we're going to go medium shield, or medium process overclocker 1, and we're going to need 2 of those. That'll allow us to turn on our medium shield extender. We're about up to 21,811 EHP. And then we're going to add one more rig, another buffer for our shield, which is a medium core field extender 1. We're not going with 2 because the 2s are pretty expensive comparative to like what this ship is valued at. So with all this fitted, we are looking at about 23,130 EHP. The next thing we want to add is drones. So we're actually going to throw in some mining drones. We're going to throw 5 of those in there. And then we're also going to throw in 5 light drones, Tech 2. I usually use Tech 2. I try to skip over Tech 1s. So, and the reason we're doing mining drones here is because of the size of the ore hold. We just need we can get a little bit more help from those guys. They won't do a whole lot, but they do definitely help quite a bit. So that is fully fitted now. We can go and sim it. So you can see once our shield hardener is on and everything, we're looking at about 27,310 EHP there. And then we're still at the 8.5. We're about 180 seconds for this, but 8.5 cubic meters a second. And like I said, almost 7 million an hour. And then we can run all 5 mining drones. So if we do that, the mining drones are going to be doing about 1.1 cubic meters a second. So if you have all 5 of them out, that's an additional 5.5 cubic meters every second, which is going to get you up even higher than that. So it might actually get you closer to 10 million an hour if you're running them, because with the mining drones and even the strip ones, you'll be able to fill up your ore hold in a reasonable amount of time. So that is and as you can see here, a line time is still about 11 seconds, which is not bad. If you see some catalyst or coursers or something coming on D-scan, then you can go ahead and warp off and be pretty much okay. You definitely don't want to be AFKing in this ship. The tank is one of the lowest, and you kind of sacrifice tank, like I said, for the mining hold. So keeping an eye on local, keep an eye on D-scan, you'll be able to warp off, get off grid without too much problems. And as you can see here, your major damage resistance here is going to be explosive damage, and also higher on kinetic. So depending on like for anti-catalyst, for catalyst you need like explosive kinetic, so you're kind of covering a little bit of the kinetic stuff from a catalyst, but it's really kind of depending on the region you're in, if people are ganking in coursers or catalyst or tornadoes or whatever. But the best thing to do is just to get off grid as soon as possible. And also, as far as targeting goes, you can have up to 5 max targets on here. So you do want to like train into like target management. You do want to train into any sort of targeting skills that help the mining ships out as well. So let's go and look into targeting here and give you some ideas about what you can do here. Like this right here, this magnetic sensor skill. This is what directly affects mining ships. Makes them a little bit easier to ECM and stuff like that. So having target management, long range targeting, advanced target management doesn't really do you a whole lot. Training it to 5 for mining ships really doesn't do you a whole lot. That's more or less for bigger ships. But signature analysis will allow you to target things faster. So you want to make sure you kind of keep up on all that too. And also, just very important for mining ships overall, is navigation. The navigation skill to 5, the invasive maneuvering to 5, those are just part of the Magic 14, and they should just be trained for no matter what you're flying, whether you're mining or whether you're doing ratting or whatever. Just navigation, invasive maneuvering are super important in terms of, and also you can eventually upgrade this ship to Tech 2 mods, but you might have to adjust a little bit because the mod strips will be a little bit more CPU dependent. They'll have a lot more use of the CPU, so you might have to actually go with like 2 overclocking 1s and an overclocker 2. You'll lose a little bit more tank to get those on there, and then you'll have to carry crystals and stuff. But I feel like by the time you get into mod strips, you're probably really close to moving into exhumers, and so exhumers perform a little bit better with those mod strips and everything. But that's gonna be it for this video. Like I said, I'll put this fit in the description, and if you want to see this ship in action, check it out. It'll be in one of the upcoming solo mining videos, and we'll be out there mining in it, so you can kind of see some real world numbers with that. But hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.